All right, I recently put new shocks all the way around on the XJ, and decided that I was going to go ahead and put on the rear pin bar eliminators um, on the rear shocks. But in due fashion, which is common on these XJs, the nuts break off on the rear shocks. So let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, if that'll focus. Basically what will happen is these have nuts tack welded on the inside of this unibody here, right up under the top. So what will happen is these bolts rust off, they break, and then you're screwed. There is a slight opening right here, and you have to fish through to get anything in there. Now this is not the right way to do it, but as soon as I got my shocks off, I had to go pull a buddy out. So I put it on temporarily just to go pull him out, and now we're back here. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these back out that I fished through, and then we are going to punch the nuts that are welded on the inside back off. And then there's a special product that's made. I reached out to MotoFab. Let me show you what that product is. And then we'll get this on here. We'll eliminate this bar pin right here to where the shock will actually hook on the bar pin eliminator. Gives it a little bit more stability. But these breaking off is a common thing on these XJs. I mean, it's 20 plus years old. And this part I'm going to show you from MotoFab makes it very, very simple. And if you have an XJ, you're going to need one of these. All right, got my MotoFab today. I told them I kind of needed it quick. They sent it two-day mail for me. They graciously decided to help finish out this sponsor and donor build. So let's see what all we got in here. All right. Oh, good. They actually sent me a sticker. I'm a big proponent of supporting everybody that helps you. So I'm going to adhere this to the XJ and help promote their company. And I'll post a link to their website and stuff on this video. Let's see what else we got here. All right, some cool MotoFab swag. Again, pretty good company so far. Never had any issues with them. Very receptive. They know what they're talking about. Let's get down to the actual part I needed. All right, these don't look like much, but they are a lifesaver. All right, so that opening that I showed you up underneath, you actually fish this through that little opening I showed you, and you can screw the bolt from the bottom straight into it, and you don't have to worry about fishing anything in. And then this piece will just hang out that opening. May sound confusing, but I'll show you in a second when I get back there. But good, high quality, CNC machined, powder coated. Let's see what all comes with. So I got both of the flag nuts, which is what these are called, the flag nut brackets. It comes with the mounting hardware, so you don't have to reuse what's already on there, because let's be honest, you can't. And then it does come with the instructions. All right, so here's the detailed instructions. Again, it's pretty easy. You actually just remove the factory nuts on the top that are holding the shock on. They are going to break. More than likely, you're going to have to cut them off, torch them off, or something. It's a nightmare. But basically, you remove those, and then you want to punch the little tack welded nuts off on the inside. Try to fish those out. These slide in, and then you're good to go. I'll show you that process. But again, I'll post their link on there, but it's motofablifts.com. Excited. I needed to get these for a while, so two birds with one stone. Going to get this squared away, and then the bar pin eliminator, so I'm excited to get this put together. Let me see if I can get this to focus again. Alright, so here's where your shot goes. Here's where the two studs are broken off. If I can get it to focus. So what you want to do is punch these through, or use an air hammer. And I'm going to knock these through real quick. And then the MotoFab piece will slide right in this hole right here and come over where you can feed it in. So let me get these punched out and I'll show you that part installed. All right, so you can see right here, this is what it's gonna look like when you punch them out. Where this thing comes in handy, it's phenomenal. You just slide it through here over to where the shocks are. You see where the holes are? You line it up and then you screw them in. So that is the best way to do this. Again, this is something simple, but it makes it super easy. So normally this would just go this way and you would put your shock in and put the bar pin in it. But since I'm gonna use the bar pin eliminator, I'm just gonna do it all at the same time. All right, and MotoFab gives you, they supply you with the zinc nuts and washers to put it in, like this. But since I'm gonna use the bar pin connector, I'm gonna go ahead and hook it up this way so I can reduce the use of the pin and just run it straight through the shock. So I'm gonna go ahead and sit the camera down while I put this together. But again, the most simple invention makes this so easy. All right, and just like that, this piece will stay here, but I mean, it's not gonna hit anything. It's not gonna rattle, holding it in place. Sorry about my voice, got allergies, but exactly what I wanna do. So now I've eliminated the bar pin, and I can put the shock directly in here, or you can still use this MotoFab part and just put the shocks in the normal way if you want to do that. But again, so much time saved with this little guy right here. So let me finish putting it back together and I'll show you the finished product. No, excuse the mess I got, but in order to make this bar pin eliminator work, you got to push out this bushing. On this model that I've got, the bushing's actually fused in to the bar pin, so I can't separate them. So I ended up going up and buying the energy suspension. There's your part number on it for you. And it actually fits in here perfect. And then, as you can see, it's a little bit bigger than the factory one, but it still fits in perfect. Well, if I can do it with one hand, into the bar pin eliminator bracket. So it should be a simple fix, but just know on some of your shocks, if you do this bar pin eliminator, that bushing may be fused to the bar pin. But we're good to go. We're gonna get this side on and show you what it looks like finished. All right, so got the MotoFab flag net kit installed. Then we did the bar pin eliminator, bolted right to the MotoFab flag nut. Then we got the shock through and we are tightened up, good to go. Thanks for watching. Again, check out MotoFab. You really need this part. It saves you a lot of time. Thanks again. And MotoFab lifts, made in USA. Proud sponsor. Thanks again. Check them out. You won't be disappointed.